Hey family, thank you for joining me. So I just wanted to bring you a reading. So put my disclaimer on it. If I forget anything, I'll try to say it later in the video. This is a timeless reading, so it could have already happened, could be happening now, or could happen in the future for you. It could be um that I'm saying divine masculine and I mean divine feminine, could be saying divine feminine and I mean divine masculine. Take this as it resonates for you. Use the terms as they make sense for you. Um, this may not be a reading for you, although this is a manifestation reading, so you can claim this reading as your own and you can get these things to manifest for yourself in your 3D reality. Um, so you can create it for yourself. It, what it takes is for you to believe it, for you to believe that it's going to come into your reality. And there are spiritual things that you could do to pull this into your reality. If you'd like to work with me, my information is in the description below. If you'd like to work with me, um, on twin flame things, trauma, on attracting love, abundance, peace, a stress free life, weight changes or weight loss, um, a great life in general, feel free to contact me. And I could see if we would be a good fit to work together. Also, I do astrology, birth chart readings, astrocartography, different types of readings. So feel free to reach out to me for that. Um, Dating coaching, spiritual guidance, things like that. So I'm excited to hear from you. And let me just go ahead and get into this reading. When I get information, I get it from God and the Spirit. I don't get it from any other sources. I don't use any tarot cards or anything like that. No crystals, no nothing like that. Just information, like I said, from God and the Spirit. So, what I'm picking up is there's actually what was interesting to me today. A name came to me, and it was Kim Bailey. And I know that there's horse races. I don't really know anything about horse races or anything like that, but that might be significant for someone. I'm not really sure. Another term that came up recently was I'm gonna it, I I want to say it's inchoate. It's not fully formed. That's what it means. Not fully formed. Inchoate. I don't know if that applies with anyone. But I thought it was interesting that that came up for me, and it's sort of like it's interesting. Um, the way they described it, it was like something that's just begun, like love. It's not fully formed, it's still rudimentary, they would say. Anticipating or preparatory, mm, anyway, but it's not something that's not fully formed. So being only partly in existence or operation, like you just say, learn that you got feelings for someone, but they're not fully developed yet. So that's an example that they gave. But this, I'm not really sure if, if you do horse betting or something like that. I don't know if you do sport betting, it might be a thing for you. But this is something to look into because they're telling me that this is supposed to be a lucky time for me as far as my astrology goes. So we'll see how it goes, but it seems divine masculine is finding a lot of success, and I think his success pushes you, divine feminine. um And it might be the other way around. Your divine feminine success might push you divine masculine, but in my case, divine masculine success is pushing me to continue to work toward my dreams more and more because I'm really excited about what is coming, the opportunities that are opening up. And I know that it's important for me to continue to work on these things for myself because I know I wouldn't feel good just sitting around and not working toward achieving the things that I really want to achieve in life, helping people, lifting people up and things. There's so much that I want to do. And I feel like I have to keep working toward it. And I know like every time I see my divine masculine doing something, it encourages me more and more to do more. Um, and, I was talking about this in another video. It's important to know that maybe divine masculine, so I feel like entrenched in what he's doing that he doesn't always get to see, everything about what you're doing. So maybe he doesn't know or have a lot of details about what you do. And I don't know if you talk to him about it or if you have a lot of time to talk about it or if you choose to, just not say anything about it because you're like, no, he has his thing, I have my thing, we're going to work on these things. Um, Maybe there's also this thing with you, divine feminine, of saying, no, I'm doing something, and maybe it looks like you're doing it because he's doing it, and you're like, no, I'm doing my thing because I'm doing my thing. It doesn't have anything to do with him and what he's doing. But for both of you, you could be doing something or aspire to do something that's um related to healing and things like that. And I would say for um, divine masculine is secretly more inspired by you than you know. That he's looking at what you're doing. He's like, I should be doing that. I should be doing more of that. And he really takes it seriously and he thinks, well, this is so amazing and you're so amazing. But he doesn't always tell you how amazing you are, how amazing what you're doing is, and how it inspires him. So just know that he's inspired. He really is quite in love with you. And you might not know it because he might not tell you these things, but he really is. Um, he's constantly trying to find information about you, or watching you, what you're doing, watching your social media, stalking your social media, as they say, and not in a scary way, but in a way that he's like he constantly wants to know what you're doing. Like he would want you to think that he's busy doing stuff all day, but if something came up with you, he would drop it all, you know, on a dime, like just to do whatever it is. He doesn't want you to know that. So, for example, he'll always be telling you, I want you to do this, to post at a certain time or do that. Or like, if you call me at 5 o'clock or call me at this time or that time, because he doesn't want you to know that anytime you call him, he would drop everything that he's doing to do whatever it is that you want him to do. And he doesn't like that part of himself that feels like he's out of control. And it might be a divine feminine for you, for some of you. But what he's saying is like anything, he would drop it. He would give up everything that he's doing so that he could be with you. And it's something that he's kind of ashamed of because he doesn't want anyone to know that love is controlling him that way. And so when you talk about how much you love and all this, and he's, you're all, focused on feelings and, love and all this music and all this, and he also is, but he doesn't want you to know that. So he'll say, why don't you focus on this? Why don't you focus on that, something more practical or whatever? Or and also his focus is on trust because he's afraid that he can't trust you, that maybe things are variable about your schedule. And he's like, okay, so where does that leave him? Because he's thinking, well, I'm going to drop everything that I, am doing and focus on you immediately if that's what you want me to do. But I don't want you to know that you have that kind of power over me. And I think he feels like you have a lot of power over him. It's scary for him. And he's like, no, he would rather not be around you because he doesn't want you to see how weak he is to you, I think. And it's scary for him. And maybe, like I was talking about moving, um, I am going to be moving and I don't know how it's all going to come together. God is preparing me for it. And it's all strange because it started with someone hitting me in a car accident. It was their fault, but it was just weird. But um, so I was learning. I learned over that time, and I knew it anyway, but it's like I could live without my car if I need to. So that means I could live without my car. It's basically if I need to. It's funny, it's strange. But so I'm here like looking at I I can take the train, I could take the subway, I could take an Uber, I could take a taxi, I could take the bus, I could walk, all these, different ways that I could do things. I'm like getting back to understanding all the options that I have. But divine masculine is saying, because both of you have this big love for, cars and all this. Both of you, I think, are understanding you don't have to be in control of all that stuff like that. That some of it you could just kind of relinquish control so that you could focus on the things that are more important. So just keep that in mind. Um, but Divine Masculine is saying he would like, he's looking at this, say, if you're moving to the same city as him, he would be looking at it like, oh, yes, great. I want you closer. But then again, it's scary because even though, like, you could move to a big city and it could be, well, totally, you're on totally different sides of the city, so it's not going to matter. But for him, he's like, he might tease you or he might say, no, you can't move here because then I feel like you're going to be stalking me, but secretly he wants you to stalk him. It's funny. He would say, no, you can't be here, in the same city because you would stalk me or like you would roll up on me, but he's not doing anything except looking at your social media, like wanting you to come so you can hang out or spend time together or whatever. But it's not it's not what you think. Like he would accuse you and say you can't come because you would be stalking me. But like I said, he would want you to stalk him. He would want you two to move in together and get married and have babies and all that stuff. Like all the stuff that traditionally they say fit this is feminine and this is, but your divine masculine might actually be in feminine energy. Be like they want kids, they want the house, they want the picket fence, they want, all this stuff with you, but they're not telling you the full story. Like they want, I don't know what else they need to line up before. They want you to get married and move in together and all that stuff, but they're trying to get things lined up for you. So they they don't want you to know necessarily, but they do feel this way about you, that they're in love with you and they want to spend the rest of their life with you. They didn't think about it before they got with you, settling down, having a family, and all this stuff. They didn't think about like they want to have all this stuff lined up for a person necessarily. They want that for you because they want you to have a soft life. They want you to have a great life, to have everything that you want and all that stuff. And you're on the other side thinking, why won't he tell me any of this? Because he's scared that, like, there's also a part of him that's like, well, what if she's just using me? And because he's pretty rich and thinks like for some of you have pretty wealthy divine masculines or divine feminines, and they're like, well, what if this person's using me? And they know you're not. They know that you're a for real person, that you really love them more than anyone that they know that they've ever been with, and that's scary for them too. Um, but what they really want is for the two of you, like for you to have a great life, for you to be able to have anything that you want and all this stuff. But they are not necessarily trying to tell you that right now, but they're trying to build so that you'll have what you want, anything that you want. And they can do it right now, but they just want to build more, excuse me, so that they could give you what you want. Um, all right, so I don't want the video to be too long, but just telling you some of the stuff that Divine Masculine has planned for you. And yours, it would seem like it's strange because maybe for some of you, Divine Masculine is in feminine energy, and you, Divine Feminine, you are in masculine energy. But you're moving into your feminine energy and actually a balance of the two. And Divine Masculine is also moving into a balance of the two. But what he's doing is like it's strange. It's like he's sounding the alarm for like he wants to get married and have kids and settle down and move in together and all this stuff. And you're sounding the alarm like you've been in that energy where you're like, okay, fine. He wants that, yes, but I also want to make my dreams come true and all that stuff. And so, yeah, so he just wants you to be reliable and be there. Um, Forever. This is one of the songs that came up. Two songs came up. I'll be there. The remake Mariah Carey made from Michael Jackson. I think I'll be there whenever you need me. I'll be there. The Jackson Five, and then forever and ever, my darling, forever you will always be the only one. But like I said, they're stalking your social media. Even if they don't want you to know it, they read everything that you write. They love you. Um, but like I said, it's scary for them because they don't know if it's all for real, even though they know that you love them and care about them. It's still scary for them for someone to have this much power over them. They're not really sure yet what to do about all of it. And so if they're doing strange things, it's important for you to continue to watch, read, listen to things that are inspiring, to hold on, because sometimes you feel like you can't hold on, you're tired. Um, but this person really loves you, and it would break their heart if you did walk away, but they know it's not fair because they're not telling you much of anything. Um, they're getting tired of waiting. I know you're tired of waiting, but if you just hold on a little bit longer, you'll get the prize. It's what message comes up. All right, y'all. So I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you for joining me. I want to bring some more readings soon. And I need to do some more astrology stuff because I've been kind of getting away from that. But I will. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I say happy lightning fast manifesting. I'll talk to y'all soon. All right, love y'all. Bye for now.